goodness.
On the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene. Show lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see.
All right, everybody. Good afternoon on a nooner here. Welcome to All Around Town Radio. I have my wonderful guests in the house with me today. They just popped in there for some reason before I had a chance to even say hi. But welcome, everybody. It's Wednesday with the band, and today we are featuring the Kevin Fox Band. And bringing to the show today, below me there in the picture is Mr. John Michael. How you doing, John?
Doing great. Thanks.
Good to have you with us. Kevin Cooper up there on the top.
Scott, good to see you again. Thanks
In the Brady Bunch squares here at the bottom corner, we've got the man with the name of the band, Kevin Fox. How you doing?
Pretty good, Scott. Thanks for having us on there.
Good to have you on with us, guys, and welcome to the program here on a Wednesday at noon. It's called Wednesday with the Band, everybody, and we're going to chat about an event this band has coming up here in just a few minutes. But first and foremost, let's. I had a picture posted today on the page. Y'all looked a little younger in that picture. Tell me the history of the Kevin Fox Band. Somebody take it. Kevin Fox, take it.
Oh man! Well, it all started actually with our drummer, who might pop in later. I don't know, but we did a little gig together, and at the end, it was a cover tune gig, and I had thrown a couple of original songs into the mix, and at the end of the gig, Eric just kind of walked up to me and said, well, I'm your drummer. Now we just got to find a bass player. That's how the whole thing got started. And then over the years, different players. Sorry about that. Over the years.
Wow, that was intense.
Yeah, that's my Scooby-Doo ring.
There it is.
Let me silence my phone here. Yeah, and then over the years, we added Casey and John, and then we just all become great friends. They might have a better story than me. I don't know.
Kevin Cooper, do you have a better story than that?
Well, there are two versions of the story about how I joined the band. Kevin and I have different versions. The point is they both get us to the same place. My version of the story was that this was like early 2007. I had gone to one of his solo shows up in the Westchester area somewhere. And on a set break, Kevin asked if I was a keyboard player because he needed to try to fill that spot in the band and looking at maybe expanding that from a trio to a four-piece. So I said, yes, I can. I committed, and then I realized I better go back and woodshed a lot because I'm not really the keyboard player I said I was. This being 18 years ago. Fortunately, I've come up a little bit since then, maybe 5%. But that was the story generally of how I joined the band. John actually had joined a little before me, I think a couple years before.
And John joined because our original bass player, Mark Burkhart, he got married and moved to Boston. But before they moved to Boston, his wife put an ad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but his wife put an ad in their work, whatever email, trying to fill the bass player part for my band. She didn't want to leave me without a bass player, and she found John.
That's pretty respectable.
We worked for the same company, and he found out I was a bass player, and then gave me the new CD. You guys were doing a CD launch party for the CD called All Over the Place, which launched in September of 2005. And I had moved to Cincinnati due to a transfer with a job I had. And Eric worked for the same company as well, Cindy Burkhart. And that's how I met Kevin. I actually went and saw him on a Thursday night at RP McMurphy's. I listened to the album and I loved it. And Kevin thought I was a creeper because I went up to him and I was like, I know every one of your songs I can play. Something like that. Anyway, Mark moved on, and I joined the band after an audition in October of 2005.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy audition since he already knew every song.
Yeah, that again is respectable. Somebody walking in knowing every song to play in the band. I mean, that's pretty cool. And Kevin, you are one of the guys that's just busy, man. You've got a big schedule, music schedule. You play a bunch. So why add to that schedule and put this reunion together?
Well, it was actually these two guys were talking about it, and they kind of like, let's get the band back together. And I was like, well, if we're gonna put the band together for a show, let's see if we can raise some money and do something good, So definitely wanted to throw something together, and you probably know my son. I don't know if you do know, but my son was diagnosed with leukemia when he was 1.5 years old, and he's since been cured and saved by Children's Hospital. So it seemed like the perfect fit.
All right, sadly, fellas, I just got a notice that popped up that says the platform is having trouble streaming to Facebook due to something on Facebook's end today. So we're going to continue this on the YouTube channel. It'll continue to stream to the YouTube channel, and we can share it from YouTube later to back to Facebook if that's the case. Because my Facebook feed just dropped off the planet here, I think, and it left me.
We will look and sound better on the YouTube platform anyway.
We will. So let's just keep rolling if we can and see what happens. Yes, Carla says that's why she's popped over to YouTube. Thank you, Carla. And it's a little tougher to make comments in that, but if you're watching today, guys, please drop us a comment. Drop a comment for the band if you're interested as we talk about this event going on. Please drop that in there as well. So, Kevin, you kind of segued into that event, and who would like to take a little bit of time and explain what this benefits for and when and where it's going to be?
So this will be this coming Sunday, August 24th at MVP Sports Bar and Grill in Silverton, formerly the Never on Sundays, formerly some other name in between those things. Actually, this is the first
or something like that.
Yeah, well, it was
play-by-play
cafe. That's correct. And actually, that was the venue name, and this is actually the same stage where I played my first show with Kevin Fox Band about 18 and a half years ago. So we've known Josh and Jerry a long time. All of us had moved on to other projects since the Kevin Fox Band in the heyday, and we've all played that stage frequently, so they know us all very well. So we're requesting, as part of the fundraiser, a donation of $20 at the door. We're going to base the cover at about $10. If money's a little too steep for you,
it's a $10 cover and a $20 request, right?
Right. So
still cheap entertainment, fellas. I mean,
take all forms of payment at the door too. I just confirmed the credit cards are working this morning. Venmo, PayPal, cash. We have to be a little flexible these days because no one's carrying cash anymore. So make sure that we knock down all those obstacles for people.
And 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Children's Hospital. We're not
anything specifically at Children's that it's earmarked for, or is it just a general donation to the hospital's fund?
It's really going to go towards the children's cancer research and stuff like that.
Perfect.
So
So
Scott, this is the second time we've done this as well. I mean, back when we learned of Parker's diagnosis, Kevin did a similar event at, just like we're doing tonight, where we had the core band, and then we had friends join us as well. And just like we did, about 18 years ago, I think the show was. We're going to have the same exact thing here. It's going to start off with the Kevin Fox Band, and we're going to be playing all of Kevin's, not all of his stuff, because he has, hundreds and hundreds of great songs. But we're going to be playing the music that we played when we were actively playing and gigging almost every weekend. We're going to play from that era, like the All Over the Place, that album. I actually put a link in some of the postings, but the music's great. It's very catchy. It's poppy. It's got a great beat. People dance to it. But then on top of that, we're going to have great friends joining us as well. The Lounge Project with Greg Levicki and Duran Murphy. Mark Cooper will be there doing a solo set. Scott Kears and his band is going to be there. Yeah, and the Oscar Wildes are fantastic. If you like Irish music, phenomenal. And then we're going to probably have a little guest appearance from Ronnie Vaughn as well.
Yep, Ronnie
And,
Vaughn will play a couple.
So
And
I think it's going to be a celebration day, and really going to a good cause.
Yeah, we got Tim Anderson from the Whammies as well.
Yeah, Tim Anderson as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, stellar lineup. And so actually, since this entire group has been on a stage together, how long has it been?
that's a good question.
We did get back together for, I think it was MVP.
We
It
did.
was a shorter show. Was it your 40 years of music?
40 years
show?
of music. Yeah, and we all got together for that one. Eric Betts came into town, and we raised a lot of money again. All that went for Children's Hospital.
So when was this? I can't remember what year this even was.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh, it was only 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And that was the first time this lineup had been on stage together since 2008. So
Yeah.
this is only the second time we've done a show together in 17 years. Because Eric had left the band about a year after I joined. He moved away, so he's going to be coming back in from Milwaukee for the show.
Perfect. So all originals all night. Is that what we're going to get
Well, all originals from us. I think
from
the
you?
other,
Yeah.
the other bands are going to be doing their own thing. But there's no. We're not asking for just original or anything like that. So I know Ronnie's planned on 3 songs that we co-wrote together. And who else? Let's see. I have no idea what Mark's going to play or who he's going to play with. Mark Cooper. He's going to surprise us, I guess.
He's always a great surprise.
Yeah, he is a great.
He's got a lot of things up his sleeve. He does many times. And just a stellar lineup of people you have here. And you've picked a Sunday, which is great. I mean, you're not competing with 50 festivals and those kind of things that are going on typically on a Sunday evening. So that's a good thing.
And Bengals football.
And we accidentally, on purpose, didn't do it on the day that the Bengals were playing. So
Was it a buy or are they on a? I didn't even look at the schedule. Are they
they're on
playing-
Saturday instead of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
So
a
you're not
good
gonna be
deal
able to-
too.
The game's not on Sunday. I think it's actually Saturday. So
Yeah.
I mean, come on out and support a great cause.
Yeah, we could have taken credit for that decision had we not mentioned it. Because, I mean, we totally would have fallen backwards into a conflict with the game had it not worked out that way.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to the event here in a minute, but I want to pick your brain a little bit. Kevin, you've been playing music, you say, a long, long time. We won't mention how many years, but it's a long time. Is this? I mean, it's been kind of a career path for you. Obviously, you have written a lot of songs. You play a lot of music out. Your schedule you send me each week for our list of who's playing out is very intense.
Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain the drive to keep doing this in the extreme fashion you're doing it, and you're playing more than most people?
Honestly, it's pure love. You know, I love making music. I love writing music. I love performing for people, and meeting new people. And when I don't have a gig, I'm bored out of my mind. You know, it's really the only time I'm happy is when I'm on stage, if you want to be honest. But yeah, it's just and I you know, I've got a lot of I got a couple kids I got to support, so I got to keep working every day. So.
Well, that obviously happens, and you know, it's kind of a labor of love, obviously, for you. I mean, you're playing Kevin Cooper. You hold down a day job, and you're playing a lot at night and weekends and those kind of things. But every time I see all you guys, and John, you included, you look like you have such a passion for music. You have such a drive, and it brings warmth to your heart, I think, from what I see on the stage. And so many people in this day and age go through the motions. They just get up there and they play, and it's like, oh, it's another gig, another, $1 or $2 here or there. But you guys don't seem to be that way. And I mean, to put together this event, you obviously have a passion for what you used to do. And John Michael, I want to pick your brain. How was your experience with this band years ago, and why is it great to bring it back again to the stage?
Well, first of all, I love the music, and it's great playing with these guys. Number one, they're phenomenal musicians. I mean, Kevin Fox, is a shredder. He can keep up with just about anybody in town. He's a phenomenal guitar player and bass player and just all around musician. Same with Kevin Cooper. So it's always a joy to play with them. And for me, playing the music, as soon as you just start playing with guys like that, everything just washes away, and you're in the moment. And the joy, I think, is what you're seeing, and the love of that. That you're just doing the gig and what have you. I've had that experience before, and I don't want it to ever feel like a job. And playing with these guys and others is, it's fun, and that's what I love about the music. It's fun. And the great thing about Kevin Fox is he mentors and develops so many musicians around town. I mean, hundreds of people. And when I moved here, I didn't even sing anything, and Kevin encouraged me with he just gently pushed me into things. And I made mistakes, and he was like, "It's all right, man. Let's do it again." Never got angry. He just kept encouraging me. And that's what he does.
Yeah.
With many people.
Well, I appreciate that, John. I'm kind of honored that neither Casey or John were strong singers when they joined the band, but now they're both stars. I mean, they're like the leaders of their bands, So it makes me feel good to see these guys out there doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw Coop on Sunday, and I'll tell you that I mentioned to some friends that were with me when we were watching Kevin's band Eyes Up Here. I said, this guy can sing anything, man. He just, and then they're taking requests from the audience, and I'm like, that's gutsy, and pulling them all off, just or stupid. Kevin says,
I had to beg these guys to sing when the band started. I'm like, let's get some harmonies going,
Yeah, up to that point, I was always happy just kind of being in the background. And Kevin's right. Yeah, with both of us, he just kind of pushed us toward like, you need to be in this with me. And it opened a lot of doors joining this band for me. I mean, I was largely kind of steeped in the original music scene, mostly as a bass player for 10 plus years before I joined Kevin's band, and then just the connections I made just during that band, and then and since that time, it really was a kind of watershed moment for me. Like, I wouldn't be where I am now had it not been for kind of Kevin.
Yeah, I second that. Without Kevin Fox, I credit to Kevin Fox to everything good that's happened to me in music here in Cincinnati. 100%. I tell him that all the time.
He does. You guys.
Well, that's outstanding. And Kevin, a lot to say about you. I mean, you certainly have made an impact on so many people, and I've heard that through the music community, right and left. I mean, everybody's just like, Kevin's the man. And I was very pleased when you started throwing things my way and your gigs my way to be able to announce you, because I always have admired your work ethic and how much you're out there playing every week. It's just a grind, and you're doing it, and that's cool. And it's cool.
Not a grind. It's not a grind, man. It's fun.
Well, yeah, it appears to be a grind when you give me that schedule. I'm like, man, this guy is busy, as he is out there. Let me do a little housekeeping real quick, fellas. Those of you that are on the YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here and switching over. We understand the platform that we use here sent a message. It popped up on the screen, said they're having trouble streaming to Facebook with something on their Facebook's end, which is not unusual. And so that's why we do have this backup on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor when the show's over and share it to your Facebook page. Share a link to it and just make a little mention of this event going on Sunday to help promote the event. And I will share it from YouTube to our page as well when we're done. It's tough to interact, I know, on YouTube a little more than it is commenting on Facebook, but we'll get your comments up there, just like Mr. Tim Anderson's, who is joining the party on Sunday. And he says, thank goodness we have a backup plan. Yes, thank goodness we do. I've always said that to people. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you never know what's going to happen in the Book of Face. And this is a perfect example of it today. Best laid plans sometimes get derailed. So let's talk about a few other things. Inspirations in music, fellas. I'm going to start with KC up there next to me. How do I look at you? Do I look this way? Yeah, there we go. It's kind of like doing the Brady Bunch thing. Kevin up there in the corner, Kevin Cooper. Tell me some musical inspirations in your life, people who have inspired you and continue to, so you play music.
I think wasn't prepared for this question at all. I mean, I've been playing guitar for 46 years. Started out just learning cowboy chords from my dad when I was just a little kid. Actually, just another piece of trivia. I just saw a couple nights ago that the orchestra conductor from my middle school passed away 2 days ago. He was another big influence for me. That was where I really kind of solidified my understanding of music theory and learning how to play in an ensemble with other people. That was huge. And then moving on to college, that was the first time I was in my own band. I had a friend of mine, Lon Caressel, and actually John and I worked with him briefly in a band several years ago as well. He and I were like we were in each other's first band, and we're just banging out a lot of like 60s British Invasion and a little bit of 70s, and at the time 90s was current. So I learned a lot just through that with just how to work with other people and how to use not only my hands but my ears, and try to pick up on what others were doing around me. Certainly, I've worked with various other people throughout the years, and then as I mentioned before, when I joined Kevin Fox Band, that was a whole other level because that opened up to me not only just the musicianship that Kevin brought, but also just the number of really, really, really good original songs that he has, and being part of something that I felt was meaningful. So really, if you look across everything I do, whether it's my time with Kevin Fox Band or even like current day with the various bands and the Bell Bear Jam and that kind of thing that I participate in, it's all about community. And for me, I would rather work with the really good, genuine people than necessarily to work with the virtuoso musicians, attitude notwithstanding. Now, fortunately for me, those are often the same people. Like the really good people are also the really great musicians as well. That's what inspires me, is just being around the right people, and that's honestly what keeps me going too. There's a lot of things you need to do for money, so you have to love it.
That is just Cincinnati's music community in a nutshell. I mean, you can have some of the top tier players that are just some of the greatest people too, who give back so much to those who are coming up in the business and as you just said, John, about Kevin helping people out and all that. It's remarkable to see what goes on in the Cincinnati music community. And I'm going to kick it down to John Michael. Tell me some inspirations that you have that keep you playing music.
First of all, when I moved here in 2005, I would say, joining the Kevin Fox Band was a major inspiration because that was really the first working band that real working band, playing every weekend, sometimes 3 gigs a weekend. That was a lot for me, balancing. And, back in those days, I had a very busy corporate job and, at the time, 3 kids and then eventually 4 and, family life and what have you. But, balancing all that and then getting into a group of like Kevin Fox, where the music was amazing. He allowed contribution from everybody, wanted the contribution, wrote the bass, figured out bass parts. And he was, hey, that sounds good. Yeah, I like that. Hey, try this, that kind of team spirit. I really love. What inspires me, like Kevin Cooper just said, is anything that is about the team, working closely with the people and collaborating. That to me is the juice. And then when you actually get out and perform it, and that energy, and it can be in front of one person or it can be in front of thousands. It's the same feeling when you find that groove. And it's finding that magic when you're playing is great. And we had so many of those moments with the Kevin Fox Band. First song I ever heard from Kevin Fox, the first song I ever heard that inspired me was "Stay in My Dreams," and that I heard that and I was like, I got to get in this band. And I'd encourage you to go listen to that song. It's a great song.
Well, it's obvious that Kevin Fox has been a big influence on both you fellas and your experience in the music business. And Kevin,
I'm blushing.
40 years plus. I'm just going to say that, right? 40 years plus playing music.
Yeah.
what inspires you? I mean, it has to be something deep inside because you've given it your all, man.
I have no idea where it came from, but I've loved music since, I was a kid. My mom used to make me sing when the family would come over. She'd play piano and I'd sing along, and I think that's what gave me the bug to be in front of people was like, the first applause when I was 4 or 5 years old or something like that.
You got to thank all the moms out there for the in-home family recitals with the family, because those moms made a lot of people get over their stage fright at a very early age.
Oh, I'm telling you, my mom had 3 boys and we were all 3 in bands, and we all rehearsed in the garage at different times. So there was always music going on, and that my poor neighbors, I feel I want to give them credit too. They didn't call the police on us, But yeah, I give my mom full credit for, she, paid for the guitar lessons, and, single mom with 3 boys. And I give my mom full credit for everything I do. So
Those were good days back then when the neighbors didn't call the police. Today it'd be over with. It would. Guys, let's recap a couple things. I have an ending question I want to do today on the show as well, but let's recap a couple things here. Let's talk about this event. First and foremost, you explained, Kevin, that you had a son with leukemia. That's why Children's Hospital is near and dear to your heart. Let's recap what's going to occur, who's going to be there on Sunday at MVP.
Well, I know we're going to start off the show, play for an hour 15 minutes, somewhere around there. And then my songwriting buddy, Ronnie Vaughn's going to come up and do a couple songs. And I don't have the itinerary in front of me. I bet John's got a better grasp of it. But
I think KC has a list too. So one of the two of them can jump in.
I was going off memory largely, but John probably has the sequence as well. I don't know if that's as important.
Yeah, after Ronnie, we're going to have the Oscar Wildes with Scott Kears, the Irish music. Very, very clever stuff.
That's a great guy. Just came in about a year ago from England, and great singer.
Power voice.
And great songwriter as well.
Yeah, great songwriter. And then after that, the Lounge Project with Greg Levicki.
Yeah,
and Duran Murphy.
Come on, me jumping in. Greg Levicki is my best friend from 7th grade. We were in different bands together over the years, and he does a duet with a guy named Duran Murphy, formerly of Shag, and I'm going to sit in with them and do a few songs with them as well. Yeah,
and then of course Tim Anderson from the Whammies is going to be joining us, which is going to be a total blast. He's fun. Again, he's a guy when you play with, joy, just total joy. Makes it so fun. And then, of course, Mark Cooper is going to be stopping in, and he's going to surprise us. He actually has original songs too, so maybe he'll share that with us, which would be great. And then, if time remaining, we're going to play some more Kevin Fox music, which would be great. We'll end the show that way. With
we have Mark Bransford, who I think tuned in earlier. He may be watching now.
Right,
the entire event as well.
Can't forget about Mark helping us with our sound, and just the sound man of love is what we used to call him back in the day in my old band. So,
well, the sound will be perfect then. If Mark Bransford's doing it, never fear, because Mark Bransford's here is what I say. That he is that guy. And thank you, Mark, if you're watching.
I feel like
and then, of course, all proceeds, Scott, are going to go 100% to Children's. So everybody's doing this.
So requesting $20 at the door, right? Requesting $20. It is a $10 cover, however, but keep in mind, this is a wonderful benefit. People throw a little money at them.
And you can give more if you prefer, if that's in
Are there any other fundraisers going on there, or is this just it? The door is the fundraiser.
The door is a fundraiser.
Okay, good. Yeah. You're not messing with tickets and all those fun
No,
things.
not,
yeah. It's just going to be music and
simple.
love. All right. I like that. Coop, you have anything to add to that?
We forgot to mention, did we mention Eric Betts? But I feel like we're forgetting to mention somebody.
Oh, we will have a drummer. His name is Eric Betts.
Yeah.
He's just not on here right now. You had something else, Kevin?
For some reason, I thought I'm forgetting somebody. Maybe we got them all.
I think we did.
Okay.
It was everybody. Yeah.
All right.
Scott, thank you so much for having us. Appreciate
Hey.
everything you do to raise up the local musicians in Cincinnati. Thank you.
Thank you, John Michael. I appreciate you very much for that. And Mark Bransford saying thank you. So he is watching. Thank you, Mark, for being with us today on the YouTube channel. And guys, remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please share it. The band will share it on their pages off our YouTube channel and such. So let's get some people out to this event on Sunday. And it's scrolling across the bottom, Sunday, August 24th, 5 to 9 p.m. at MVP Sports Bar and Grill, the Kevin Fox Band reunion. My last question of the day, fellas, and Kevin, you look like you have something you want to say, though. You want to add to that?
I was going to say it's family friendly. All are welcome. So, bring one, bring all.
Perfect. All right. Let me, I do it every show. Some of you have watched the show before and know it. I'm going to put KC on the hot seat because he's had this question before. But if you could take the stage with any artist, past or present, Kevin Cooper, who would it be?
Paul McCartney or Brad Paisley, one of the two, or both at the same time, but that would probably never happen.
Perfect. Thank you, Kevin Cooper. John Michael?
Paul McCartney.
That's all you got?
Well, you said an artist. Paul McCartney would be it.
Okay. Paul McCartney, both Kevin Cooper. And so see, you guys can collaborate with him. Kevin Fox, I'm ready to hear your answer.
I'm going to have to say probably James Taylor. I just
Yeah.
JT. I love his songwriting, and I learned all my finger picking by figuring out James Taylor songs. And he's still around, so maybe I'll get to jam with him someday.
I think Mark Bransford has one of your quotes up there, Kevin Fox, said, "I'd rather be doing it than watching it." How
That's
about
right.
that? That's a good one. It is. Thank you, Jimmy Kilroy, for being with us on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you as well. I did try to get a little something up on the screen to tell people we were on YouTube, so hopefully they'll go watch it there. And guys, thank you for answering that last question. It's always a fun one for me. I've had a variety of answers with artists telling me people that they'd like to take the stage with.
Did
It's
you ever
kinda cool.
tell who your guy is? Have you ever told?
I have told several times. Many of you know that I have an affection and love for Prince, and I think I just would have stood in awe to watch him play and perform just from that aspect. But I go way back. I was raised in a wood grain paneled station wagon traveling the United States with a pop-up camper with my parents who were school teachers. So we had the summer off listening to 8 tracks of Tammy Wynette and the Statler Brothers. So that's where my musical education went. And I could spell DIVORCE before it was popular.
Yeah.
So there's mine. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for that one. But they were 8-track lovers, man. And we played music all across the country. And I loved listening to those.
I was the designated 8-track fixer when I was 8 years old.
Yes.
My parents just gave me all the 8 tracks. I'm in the garage fixing these things. And by the time by the time 8 tracks went out of style, I figured out how to do it correctly.
You'll have to have a conversation with Ronnie Vaughn sometimes because Prince is his guy. We write songs in Ronnie's studio, and it's just Prince everywhere. You know, he's got purple guitars.
Man, what a talent. I mean, there's so many talented musicians out there, and I'm not downplaying anybody else, but I just think Prince was one of those unique people that were put on the earth to entertain and to play every instrument on his albums and do all those things. I always heard you don't want to be the guy interviewing him. He was a horrible interview, which I've seen some live stuff. I agree, but at least he did it right. And that's just mine. So on that note, thank you for being with us today, everybody. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me today on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Scott.
Thanks again.
And remember, we'll end it with this. The Kevin Fox Band Reunion, Children's Hospital Benefit, Sunday, 5 to 9 at MVP Sports Bar and Grill. Be there. Give a little donation at the door. Be there. It's going to be the event of the weekend. Trust me when I say that. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, here live at 5 with Who's Playing Out, the best musicians and venues in the tri-state, and who's playing all week long. And until then, get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye. Don't forget the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent.
I flip on the book